the breeze blows Penelope Zhao Liying. Around then, the chief dismissed many individuals, however requested that I act. Yet again the breeze blows Penelope is right now broadcasting live, and this time Zhao Liying's exhibition in the play has astonished everybody. After she and Feng Xiaofeng separated, she has been putting all her experience on acting. His Zhengfu's satisfaction to 10,000s was exceptionally enthusiastic, and presently she plays Su Bangxia once more, which is significantly more noteworthy. Brilliant. Zhao Liying's acting abilities have previously been ground into a needle. Each time she takes action, she is a Lord Bomb. Besides the fact that she take on the show, yet she can likewise act in a decent show. What's shockingly better is that she can give the crowd access to the play. An entertainer can do it such a level is for sure excellent. Later the breeze blows Penelope was communicated, it got rave audits from everywhere on the web. Also that the topic of this show is extremely alluring, the cast alone has drawn in numerous watchers. Each time Zhao Liying takes on a show that is unique in relation to the ongoing icon dramatizations, she thinks often about the nature of her work. As long as she acts in a show, she should create a decent dramatization. She is without a doubt an uncommon and competent entertainer among Zhao who were brought into the world in 1985. What's more, this time, the projecting of the breeze blows Penelope fell on Zhao Liying, and there are a few purposes behind it. Around then, Chief Fu Duangyu battled with projecting for quite a while, in light of the fact that this show is a period show with persuasive topics, and the job of Su Bangxia is especially merciless. In the event that he doesn't have the demeanor of a courageous woman, he is totally wild. This show is not the same as common homegrown dramatizations, and it has an exceptionally old subject, so we ought to find entertainers who can play out the feeling of the times. From the surface after the transmission, we can see that it isn't equivalent to the awful ones that are gotten today. Show is unique. Around then, numerous entertainers reached the chief and needed to prescribe themselves to assume the part of Su Bangxia, however their personality didn't match the job. Yet, every so often, the chief saw Zhao Liying's exhibition in the past ensemble show, which out of nowhere gave the person Su Bangxia a face. That sort of severe inclination that made individuals' heart shudder was precisely the exact thing the chief needed. So when Darn even reached Zhao Liying, he had previously decided that she should assume this part. Around then, Zhao Liying got a greeting from the chief soon after the play of Glad to Ten a huge number of families. Subsequent to understanding the subject of this play, she had acting. Since I have helped out Chief Fu Duangyu previously, the two talked well overall. From that point forward, Zhao Liying's presentation truly astounded everybody. A straightforward tryout has proactively performed Su Bangxia's force, which is truly outstanding. The justification for why Zhao Liying have some control over this job has a great deal to do with her own character. She, when all is said and done, was brought into the world in the open country, and the diligence and haughtiness in her bones worked out easily. What's more, Zhao Liying's progress in becoming popular is additionally because of her own endeavors bit by bit, beginning without any preparation and getting to where she is today. She appears to have been brought into the world for the job of Su Bangxia, and her exhibition in the play is likewise astounding. Part of the location of Slapping Ao Heo was played by Zhao Liying herself on the spot. The piece of pulling her hair truly shocked the crowd. Zhao Liying has now turned into the most splendid star in the 85 Ziyahua. Each show of hers can make the crowd sparkle. Besides the fact that she thinks for even a second to attempt various kinds of jobs, however she can likewise act profoundly. It is truly amazing appreciate. It ought to be expressed that since Zhao Liying appeared, her vocation has certainly not been going great. From the start, she endured a great deal of unreasonable treatment in view of her absence of foundation, yet she actually acquired a firm traction in the business depending on her steadiness. It is likewise exceptionally troubling inwardly. Around then, due to the two shows and Feng Xiaofeng met up in light of the show, however I didn't expect that adoration was only a deception like a fantasy. The two were just hitched for 3 years, and this relationship vanished. It's the end. Perhaps it was on the grounds that she was excessively youthful in those days, or perhaps in light of the fact that she was accustomed to being distant from everyone else. Abruptly there was somebody who was ready to help and energize her despite her good faith, and felt the tragically missing warmth. However, regardless of anything, it was her own decision. Deal with your own life. Zhao Liying additionally had her own kid during marriage. In spite of the fact that she invests her brain on effort now, her affection for her kids has not decreased by any stretch of the imagination. Besides the fact that she buckles down, however she is likewise a mindful and great mother. Many fans have been focusing on Zhao Liying since her presentation. Presently seeing her prosperity and her child close by is the best outcome. The job of an autonomous lady she depicts today is extremely well known with people in general, which is likewise basically the same as herself. After the separation, Zhao Liying appeared to have opened up the two veins of Ren and Du, won the acknowledgement of numerous crowds, yet in addition opened up her acting vocation all the more generally, and had more prospects and open doors in the circle. To accomplish such a level for her own vocation, she is for sure the main individual in media outlets. I accept that Zhao Liying should be exceptionally hesitant to surrender her child, yet she can't lose herself. Regardless of whether she surrenders her kid's guardianship, she should begin her profession. 02. Wang Yibo showed up at the Chanel supper, his attractive clothing turned into the concentration, his sitting stance was polite and adorable. Wang Yibo is wearing a highly contrasting tweed coat, matched with high-contrast blended pants, and a white shirt with a totally open neckline, making him look very attractive and new. It must be said that Wang Yibo wears a little scent style, with lavishness and class. He deserved being a mobile scent. Wang Yibo, who showed up at the Chanel supper this time, looked very saved when he was watching the show in the infield, since he appeared to be somewhat modest when he was sandwiched between two female specialists. We can say that we never expected to see such a charming and uncommon side. Wang Yibo has a sort of unnatural limitation, totally gone from the coolness he used to be so cool. We even found through the video that he has a feeling of social fear. Full stop. I was separated from everyone else and sandwiched between two female specialists, Liu Wen on the left and Zhang Zhili on the right, submissively, gazing at the screen the entire time. Nobody asked him, and he disregarded others, simply an extremely loyal inclination. After the infield was finished, when every other person got up and left, Wang Yibo was all the while sitting in his seat, faithfully, as though the kindergarten was finished and he was trusting that his mom will get him. Seeing that scene, Wang Yibo's legs were tied together, his hands were between his legs, he appeared to entirely misunderstand followed through with something, his mouth was firmly shut, and he gazed vacantly at others with huge blameless eyes, who called himself, simply get up rapidly and go any place you are told to go. Also, in Wang Yibo's express, it's no big surprise there are so many mother fans. He truly has a feeling of sight that makes individuals discharge, need to cherish him, and need to safeguard him. This man is truly attractive when he is attractive, and truly cool when he is cool. He is ready for business and imperativeness in the field he knows about. However, when you go to a spot that isn't reasonable for you, you will be modest, confused, puzzled, somewhat controlled and somewhat hesitant to give up, providing individuals with a sensation of social trepidation, and, surprisingly, a sort of pressure and limitation noticeable to the unaided eye. This sort of difference makes individuals generally transport between different jobs. It is no big surprise that Wang Yibo's fans are once-in-a-while mother fans and sweetheart fans. It is truly one individual with many countenances, showing various states, and giving individuals various levels of agreeability. It's no big surprise that many individuals who don't realize him generally assess individuals who know him from various points on various events, and give us complex assessments. As a matter of fact, as indicated by Wang Yibo's character, he is without a doubt a sluggish individual, and furthermore a bashful individual. Individuals who are curious about him imagine that he has a feeling of distance, however after genuine contact, he will have an alternate inclination. It will be vivacious and agreeable. All things considered, he is just a quarter-century old. He is a delegate of age Z youngsters. He isn't great at an excessive number of relational connections. He just spotlights on his adoration and most loved things. In such events, the majority of them will show it exact and unnatural, going against the norm. It causes us to feel that he is sensible and adequately genuine. I don't have any idea why, yet seeing Wang Yibo like this, I like him considerably more. He has relatively little experience, and his anxiety and limitation are genuine. This might be the most genuine way for the vast majority to take part in this sort of event. At long last, I need to say that Wang Yibo's clothing is truly deserving of being a mobile holder. It is costly and obscene. Who can deny Wang Yibo? In such manner, what do you folks think? Pass on a message to examine.